Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. Today's video is a little different from what I normally do, but it's just something I had to do because these days I really feel like customer service is non-existent, regardless of if you go to high-end, low-end, anywhere you go, nobody really knows what customer service is anymore. So it's been kind of a thing that, yeah, everywhere I go, I haven't been happy with the service until Canada Goose. So let me see if I could do this. Long story short, I had this jacket that I bought from Canada Goose. I've had it for maybe 5 or 6 years already, and it's one of those puffy jackets. And I stopped wearing it recently because I noticed in the last pictures that I took with them on, it wasn't puffy anymore, and it looked kind of funny. So it was just sitting in the back of my closet for a while, and the other day we went to go look at something for my wife. She was picking something out, and she got just a standard like regular summer jacket anyway. And the rep there, I was talking to him, and he was like, oh, I want you to get one of these winter jackets. And then I was telling him what happened to mine. I was like, hey, I had mine for like 5 years, and mine's already, it looks dull and it's flat. And he was like, yeah, you know, your jacket comes with a lifetime warranty. I was like, yeah, I know that, but I've already dry cleaned it, washed it, like I wore it 50,000 times. And he was like, it doesn't matter. And I was like, what? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, that can't be true because, yeah, not only Canada Goose, but a lot of these higher end clothing brands, they tell you it's lifetime warranty, but from my understanding, I thought that was like, you know, if you never washed it or dry cleaned it, or if it's damaged, I know you have to pay for it, that's different. But anyway, so long story short, so the rep's telling me like, go home, file a warranty claim, and if that doesn't work, bring it in and he'll take care of it for me. So I was like, okay, this guy's pretty confident. Anyway, so that night I got home, I filed a claim. Sure enough, instantly they told me a claim is open, and I'll post the exact timeline on how long this whole thing took once I'm done. But I filed a claim, sent out my jacket. I even put on, I sent pictures and I put on the reason like, hey, my puffy jacket's not puffy anymore. And sure enough, they said your claim is approved, and they fixed it and they sent it back. Now I haven't opened it yet, so, but yeah, I mean, it really blew me away because recently a lot of places that we've been to, service was crap. And I'm not talking about just like, I'm talking about bigger places too. Like, I mean, I don't want to really say names, but maybe for video purposes I have to. But like, I totally got gypped at Cartier the other day when I left. I took my watch in for service, and the rep told me, he was like, hey, have your watch had any problems? I was like, no, I just want it cleaned. He was like, oh yeah, then yeah, you just need a regular cleaning. It's gonna be like $200. You don't need a service if you don't have any issues. Sure enough, they send my watch away. Like a week later, they told me it's gonna be 500. I was like, why? And they were like, because you needed to get service too, otherwise you can't get a cleaning. I was like, that's not what your rep told me. And the rep's like, yeah, that is. I was like, yeah, whatever. Shortly after that, I remember when I was getting my car serviced at BMW here in Henderson. I went in for oil change, and they were telling me, yeah, it's cheaper if you get the 3-year plan. So I did, and me and my wife, we waited in the waiting room, and when my car was done, we went to go pay, and the total was completely different from what we agreed on and signed too. And they were like, oh yeah, I don't know why your rep went to lunch. And it's like, okay, like if the price is gonna be different, shouldn't the rep tell you, like, when, especially when they know we're waiting in the waiting room, like before they go to lunch? Or anyway, long story short, yeah, so they were like, yeah, your car doesn't qualify for the 3-year plan. And it's like, why'd you tell me to get it then? And why'd you give me a different total? And then you surprise me when I go to the counter to pay. Anyway, so yeah, we've been having just a string of bad luck with service, but like I said, Canada Goose blew me away by how quickly they responded. They step by step, they sent me status updates, and like I said, sure enough, I think this whole process took like 2 weeks. It's been like 2 weeks, and I already have my jacket back. and it looks good as new. Like, where do you get service like that these days? And I even told them I washed it and dry cleaned it millions of times for 5 years, and they're like, yeah, it doesn't matter, you still have a lifetime warranty. And it's like, what? Like, who gives you that kind of service? So again, that's why I did this video. And don't get me wrong, I know Canada Goose is not cheap, so you know, I know like not everybody can buy one, but after this experience, I feel like it's actually not expensive either, because you get a lifetime warranty regardless of you know, if you washed it or not. Like, again, I gotta say, I am super impressed with their service, with their work. Yeah, so that's my video. I just wanted to give you guys a heads up on the great service that Canada Goose provides. And again, even the higher, I know people that have the more expensive ones, I'm not gonna say names, but even they got their claims denied. But yeah, mine is good as new. So thank you very much for watching. Just wanted to give you guys a quick video on Canada Goose.